Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back on this lovely Friday where it appears we might be looking at yet another sell off in the market today. Do we have another crash ahead of us? Do we have another leg down from lows of a few weeks ago? We're going to find out here. We're going to find out. Welcome back. Thank you for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate all of you. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I would ask a favor that you please subscribe to the channel. There's 88% of you that watch my content that still have not subscribed yet. Do me a favor, just hit that subscribe button. It's free, and it's the best way to help me be able to continue to bring more and better content out for you guys, which is my goal. So please hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share, do all those things. Link for my free Discord in the comments down in the description down below. Building a beautiful community there, trading community. It's going to be one of the best. We're growing nicely there, constantly working on the Discord community itself, providing value and bringing lots of different features there for traders of all types is my goal there. So here we are. Here's the 15-minute chart. A little wobbly yesterday. Today, pretty much a sell-off through all the sessions. Once New York session pre-market opened, we had a pretty big move to the downside, and it looks like we're gaining some momentum to the downside. So we got, 4 minutes here until market open, and let's see if this sell-off continues. Let's see. The narrative is starting to change a little bit. Lots of articles and news coming out that um, the worries about recession aren't as big as they were a week ago. That's just the latest today. That could change, obviously, quickly. There's still a lot of uncertainty in the market. After the FOMC meeting and press conference, I think the market gained a little bit of positivity towards the economy and where things are going, but there's still a lot of things looming over, and one of them being April 2nd, which is when all of the tariffs are supposed to kick in. So we'll see how all of that plays into markets over the next couple weeks, and we'll go from there. So we got about a minute and a half left here until the New York session opens. Like I said, pre-market, yeah, we basically just started selling off pre-market of the New York session, and we've had a slow sell-off in all of the other sessions. Oops, not that one. You can see here, slight move to the upside here, but pretty much a sell-off all night with previous sessions here, with a very strong continuation of that sell-off once New York session pre-market opened. So let's see what we get here. We're back down to that 19.5 range where we get a lot of consolidation. So we'll see if we get a quick bounce here. This line here is lows of yesterday, so we've already surpassed that and pushed through it pretty quickly and strong. So I would imagine that we might get a push up here first thing this morning, either retesting this 19.5 range or lows of yesterday. And if we do get some bearishness today, then we'll probably continue to the downside there. If not, right off the rip, we'll see. So here we go. We got about 12 seconds here until market open. Let's see what we got. Okay, New York session is open. We're heading back up to this 19.5 ish area where we get a lot of consolidation around uh, the past couple of weeks. Yeah, maybe pushing through it. All right, so the next one here obviously is previous day lows, which we tumbled through pretty quickly in pre-market. Already getting some resistance here. Looks like we may be heading lower. All right, so our lows held here. Definitely getting some choppiness first thing in the morning here. It's normal. Some decent selling pressure still today. We might have another leg to the downside here. We do have this area of imbalance that was left behind from quite some time ago. Still getting some support here. It's pretty clear. We're still building this little shelf here. So we'll see. We might get a bounce to the upside here. We'll see. Not leaving anything behind that we can work with yet as far as imbalances. We do have one here from pre-market, but we're looking pretty bearish here. I mean, ultimately, we're kind of just in this same range. Let the first 15 minutes here work itself out. Got about 5 minutes left for that. Nice little push to the upside there. See if that changes. Yeah, it changes this picture, huh? Nice bottoming tail here on this 15-minute candle. Nice little show of reversal there. Kind of aligns with what we used to get back here. Same kind of picture here. So we might be flipping around. Let's see if we can maintain here. Oh my goodness, sorry. Kind of a double bottom here too. Got a little shelf here that we're holding support wise. So let's see if we can push above. Should have had a hot coffee today. It's chilly. So, yes, that's the microphone. Okay. Are you good? A nice strong push to the upside and maintaining volume here on the way up. Could you? That is not a kitty scratcher. That's not what that's for. Don't unplug it. See if we can get enough here to push right through. But then we got to contend with previous day lows here. We're still getting resistance here. See if we can get this to turn around and push right through here. Oh, yeah, I think so. No, that's not for you. Stop it. That's not yours. It's my trading buddy. Retesting this shelf here. See if we hold that. Can you not? Got a little area of imbalance here. See what happens with that. We've tested this 19.5 range twice now this morning. So if this breaks below here, I could I might want to go short. Stop it. But if we maintain this, we could get a bounce up. So we've set our 15-minute range here, which is basically from this wick here to, nope, not that one, to this one here, essentially. Here's our 15-minute opening range. So we're kind of in the middle here. We're still holding off of this imbalance area here. Nice strong candle there. It's having trouble maintaining this up here, though. We keep getting shoved back down. See who's gonna run out of energy first, the bulls or the bears, because that's what's gonna decide here whether we continue plummeting here. Oh goodness. These nights kill me. There we go. There we go. Okay. That looks nice. Nice. All right. So moved past our 15-minute opening range to the upside here. Nice strong bullish candle so far. This looks good. This movement here was good. Nice strong push to the upside. Got a little bit of a pullback. Continuation. Oh, come on. Hold it. Hold it. I'm not waiting for any news or anything. I didn't think there was anything today. Friday was pretty blah. Yeah, it's nothing. Nothing but some Fed speech. And Goolsby already spoke. Goolsby. He says he sees rate cuts depending on inflation progress. So as long as we don't get any huge uptick in inflation, he's saying we still see rate cuts in our future for this year. But I don't really know about that, but who cares really at this point? And Fed Williams speaking. We're not really showing like a ton of progress here. We're showing progress, but I don't know that it's like very sustainable. So this was the area of imbalance left behind pre-market New York session. So this is definitely something to look at here. as we're entering this area. Uh, yeah, we're either going to push through here pretty quickly, or which or we're going to get rejected. And this area of imbalance actually um, aligns with previous day lows, which we pushed past. So we could be just coming back up to test previous day lows within this area of imbalance before we continue to the downside. We'll see. We'll see. We can play this, one of two ways. Um, we can use it and use it for a continuation to the downside, um, or we can wait for it to move price to move past it, and we can use it to catch a trade to the upside. I'd say this would be a pretty safe bet if we do break through here. Um, this is pretty much a complete reversal here at this point. Double bottom here, higher highs. Hello. Um, yeah, what's up with that? Why is my chart not working here? What's up? What's going on? Catching this live. Look at this crap. Okay, cool. Thanks. My goodness. That was uncool. Missing this entry here. Damn it. That was the entry right there. And I couldn't grab it because of whatever the hell that was that just happened there. Maybe a blessing in disguise. We got rejected off of previous day lows, came down, but we held our 19.5, and we're pushing back up here. We're retesting these previous day lows right now. Hmm. We're only 5 minutes away from the 1 hour and 4 hour candles closing, so hmm. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait a wee bit. See the 4 hour. Mm. The 1 hour and the 15. Yeah, I'm not convinced that we're gonna continue to the downside here. We might, but it's not convincing yet. Although on the 1 minute chart here, we are struggling to break previous day lows here. Uh, I don't like taking these trades this close to the 10-hour or 10 o'clock hour. I'm gonna wait. I mean, worst case scenario here, honestly, if we do get a rejection here, we can always use this area of imbalance as an inverse to get in. Because if we do come back down, we are coming down way for much further than our lows here. I think so. If we do miss this entry here, I just don't like that we're so close to 10 o'clock. I've been screwed with that before. I want to see these candles close. Um, to get a more complete picture. So if we consolidate up in this area here for a little bit, fine. If we push back out of here and I don't get a good clean, I mean, honestly, I don't really like any of this. So I think I'll wait. If we do get rejected out of this imbalance back to the downside, we can look for, um, a push through this zone here as a confirmation that we're going to continue lower, and then we'll get in based off of this one. Um, let's wait for these. Let's wait for 10 o'clock. If we continue to the upside, then I think taking a long off of this would be um, a better call than taking the short off of it, just because we have all of this support down here. So, and if we close up here on the 15 and on the 1 hour, that looks pretty bullish, right? Although we're just getting like a 50, 60% retracement on this move down here. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this one, yeah, we could just be. Let's take a look at the day chart. We don't have any imbalances that we're chasing to the upside, really, but we do have this one down here that I can see us easily reaching. Yeah, let's just wait it out. So we did push through to the upside here. We only got a minute left anyway, so let's just wait. Let's wait for some more confirmation. Let's wait for these larger time frame candles to close so we can get a better picture of what's going on. Bless you. Um, yeah, I think that's a better choice instead of just trying to jump into something, just to catch it. Let's play it safe here. And the weak green. Do, 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 do. I mean, we're still getting rejected here, technically. We did peak above here, but, All right, so now that those candles are closed, let's see what kind of reaction we get now. So we can take a look at the 1 hour. That looks nice. We peaked below just like we have back here, but we pushed right back above our 19.5. So that could be strong to the upside. That doesn't mean that that's necessarily what's going to happen. 4 hour. The 4-hour looks bearish to me. It's hard because this area here, every time we come across this, it's just consolidation. And honestly, like we could just be doing that same thing. If you look back here, we got these long wicks and stuff too that look like, really nice reversals, but we didn't get that. We just got consolidation here. So it could be exactly what we're doing again, you know. Um, so I think we're in a good place here to use this imbalance um, for a continuation to the upside if we close above here, or we use this imbalance here for a continuation to the downside if we close below. So let's see which one of these scenarios plays out. Obviously, neither one of them guaranteed, but I feel like that's a little bit more confirmation. If we come into this area of imbalance here, we're breaking these lows here. Um, it's a little bit better, I think. If we hold this area, it could also be a good place to maybe go long also, but we'll have to see what price action does here. Let's see what the price does. I almost want to short this right now because um, the 4 hour and the day chart look pretty bearish, honestly. And we do have this area of imbalance left behind from way back from last year. I mean, we're right there. Maybe we do have a little bit more of a leg down into that imbalance there. But we'll see. You will see. What is going on today, guys? Trade Locker, come on. This stuff can't be happening when we're in the middle of trading. I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out, Trade Locker. What is going on here? You can't be doing this stuff. Fix your shit. This is not okay. When you got people trading first thing in the morning, New York session, you can't have this stuff happening. What is going on? Still getting support here. All right. Let's see what we got. Once again, testing previous day lows here. And once again, getting rejected. They're trying. I don't want to be premature with this entry here because we technically have not made confirmation that we are flipping the other way, although the trend for the day is obviously down. I'm gonna stay patient here. Gonna stay patient. So we got equal volume on both sides through all of this, so there is no clear direction here yet. So this would be premature to get into a trade here, although I believe that the overall trend would be to the downside today. That doesn't mean that that's what's going to happen. We could flip around, right? Uh, it's just too early. This would be a premature entry, I believe. So we can sit and wait. Sit and wait. Du-du-du-du. I don't see anything in their Discord about any of these little mini crashes here that's happening. It's crazy. Like you know, all right, that would be a good sign right there. That's a nice push and close below where we were previously. All right, so we might be getting our move now. Um, yeah, we might be getting our move now. We are starting to roll over here. You can see. But again, still no confirmation. This would be confirmation here. If we close below this area of imbalance, I think that would be a nice confirmation for continuation to the downside. And we can get a little bit of a closer entry, hopefully, if we just don't fall here. That would be the thing. So there's no safe place here to place a stop loss. Really, like this is we got a little imbalance here, maybe, but that'd be pushing it. That'd be pushing it. Mm. So we filled it. I just said it, right? We filled it. We came out, and now we're pushing strong to the downside here. So key point here, these wicks here, if we come into this imbalance and push to the other side, I haven't broken yet. Just take a look at what, oh, okay. So we got this candle's basically overtaking the previous candle. To the downside, we got 2.5 minutes left for that candle. That's got to hold. Getting eaten up here. I don't know. This is not cool today. I don't know what's going on here. Getting a rejection off of those previous day lows again. This is that consolidation up and down around this 19.5 zone that we get every time we hit this zone here. So it would be, I feel like a little irresponsible to get into something um, just yet. This area of imbalance has been eaten up already. So this one really is no longer valid. I can't really base any trades off of that. We still have this one here. We came into it, we got rejected one, two, three, basically four times so far. We've maintained the downside of previous day lows so far. Um, yeah, I would imagine that there would be a lot of orders in this area here to fill. I mean, this is where orders are have been filling for the past 2 weeks here now. That's why we get so much consolidation around this area here. It's a magnet for the price lately. It's 19.5 ish zone. So let's just see what happens here. I mean, I'd have to wait for a new area of imbalance to form on the way up in order for me to, take a trade to the upside because this one was already used here. So we continue to get rejected off of the previous day lows. I mean, we might eventually get enough strength to move past it, but we are continuously getting rejected here. It's like you almost had your move up, your consolidation, your manipulation, but we still don't have enough to make the move. There might just still be too much down pressure, too much uncertainty. This may just be a blah day, honestly. I mean, we might not I don't know, we might not get much more. I like saying that, but it's Friday. I feel like whichever way we break out though, we might get a move, you know? But we're struggling. We're just sideways trading here. Ugh. Excuse me. Stay patient. Stay patient. Don't get in too early. Stay patient. Da, 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 da. Why so many people are getting scam texts saying they have unpaid tolls? Yeah, because it's a scam. I'm sure some government something or other got hacked. Let's see. It says market ultimately will rebound from the tariff scale. Yeah, ultimately. Of course, ultimately. Duh. It's not like we're going to be in a forever fall. That's not how the market works. Question is how much more downside do we have before we ultimately rebound? Like, that's a stupid remark. Come on. Are people, I mean, these are supposed to be like some of the smartest people in the world, right? These economists or whatever. What kind of comment is that? The market will ultimately rebound from tariff scale. No kidding. The market ultimately rebounds from everything. If you look back in the past, we've been on an upward trend since the market has started. Yeah, we have pullbacks, we have recessions, but ultimately it rebounds. That is one of the stupidest headlines I've ever read. Come on, you can't do better than that. No kidding. The question is how much further down do we have before we get the rebound? Goodness gracious. All right, here we go. Retesting these uh, previous day lows again here. Let's see what we got. Maybe we'll get a little strong push and we'll just like, we'll get a rocket to the upside. Because ultimately, we're going to rebound. Stupid. I tell you. We're not getting this strong push past here. You know, that's what worries me here. It's like we breaking through, but it's not like this is a little bit better here. Okay. It's just like like this price action here. I'm not convinced that we're like moving, to the upside here. I'm not convinced. You see what I mean? We just get like we got this like what we just like sneaked past here and it's struggling. We're not getting a really nice strong, move to the upside here saying, "Yes, we are headed up." That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. I want to see convincing, This was just like made it barely. Let's see a move. This would be a good place to get in though for a long. If we come back, we retest. So we finally push back past and held past the previous day lows. We left an area of imbalance that sits right on top of those lows. If we come back and retest and hold here, great place to get into a long position to continue to the upside. It's just not showing a lot of strength and momentum to the upside. That's a little concerning. Uh, yeah, it's a little concerning. I mean, ultimately, we still in a downtrend. Oh, look at that. We're just testing. Yeah, you know, if we take a look at this, actually, here's an imbalance left behind on the 15-minute chart that we're struggling to come into. Here's a picture for you. And see, immediately we're getting a push back now. Immediately, right? It's not a slow return. This is a pretty quick, we got a little topping tail here. Not the greatest, not the biggest, but it's still nonetheless with a pretty good immediate, um, pushback. We'll see if that maintains, but it's not pretty. It doesn't give me the warm and fuzzies for more upside, that's for sure. Coming up to this bottom area here, retesting this what was a support earlier this morning. Pretty much got a rejection off of that. We'll see. I'm cautious going long today. That's the thing. I'm cautious going long. Okay, let's see what else. What other stupid headlines do we have? That one, I don't know what it was, but that one just kind of like I don't know. It just a little it triggered me for some reason. I just feel like these people are supposed to be super smart, right? Like, we're supposed to listen to when these people talk, when these economists talk and stuff. And I don't know when you come out with, and maybe it's not the economist, and maybe I should apologize here because it's whoever wrote the article. Whoever wrote the article, that's your, and I don't know, maybe you did your job because you caught my attention. Maybe that's what it was. You caught my attention. That's for sure. Maybe you knew, but maybe that was your plan the whole time. Honestly, I hope so because phew, tell you what, now I want to read the article. Maybe it did its job. Of course, I can't read the article. Ugh, come on. Ridiculous. There's an article here with one of the stupidest headlines I've ever read, and you have to pay to read it. Getting a little resistance here. A little bit. All right. I mean, the good thing here is it's not a super fast drop. We are getting this. It's just we're getting some consolidation again here. That's okay. This is okay. This is still bullish so far, right? Mm. The New York session's telling me it wants to go up. The overall market's telling me it wants to go down. Decisions, decisions. So far, I mean, so far we're holding. We're retesting. Retesting previous day lows on the higher side now. We filled this area of imbalance completely and we are holding. Ooh, boy. It's a tough to uh-oh. I don't like that. Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah, there it is. Just give me a little room. Don't just drop yet. See, I worry that this is just going to drop now, but I want to get an entry right here, but I want to let this candle close first. Yeah, let's be patient. Let's wait for this candle to close. Yeah, could be a little fake out here. Yeah. Mm. Let's see now. My rules tell me that because we wicked out here, I don't use that area. It's a nice setup, bouncing off previous day lows. Yeah. But mm, it's not an A plus setup. Let's just put it that way. We're in this bearish area of imbalance that we're filling, but this is a bearish one. So really, I'd have to wait for us to pop out above here if I want to go long, right? Because we could just be filling this area of imbalance before we head down. We had this bullish area of imbalance that we pushed through on the other side. We didn't close there yet, but we still pushed through it. And according to my rules for my strategy, if this happens, I don't trade in the direction that price was going because it's likely to come back. So we keep waiting. I'll be honest with you. I feel like we have more downside today, and I'd rather use this as an inverse trade than a long, to be quite honest with you, because this really aligns with this bearish area of imbalance that was left behind on the 15-minute chart. Okay. Does that mean that's what's going to happen? No, not at all. But I think for me to go long here, because we're still in a downtrend overall today, I'd have to see a break through this bearish area of imbalance. That would give me confirmation to go long. And quite honestly, if that was going to happen, we have plenty of room to go long here. I don't need to get in down here. But if this is going to respect this bearish area of imbalance here and continue to the downside, this is where I want to get in, right? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to wait it out. We're going to be patient and we're going to wait for our entry. And quite honestly, even from this point here, even if we just targeted this area of imbalance, we'd probably get a nice 2-to-1 there. But, you know, we'll see. We got to let price finish doing what it's doing here. We're either going to break above this bearish imbalance here, and then that'll give us confirmation to look for a long position, or we just came into the balance to fill it, and then we're going to push back to the downside. Either or could play out. We got to wait and see. Uh, that's how the cookie crumbles. So let's wait. Quite honestly, I can't even really use this anymore now because it was filled. So it's too soon to take a trade based off these tops here because we do have some imbalance still that it can fill. Just too early. It would be premature still to get in right now. mean, we're so far holding above the previous day lows here. Okay. We haven't gotten a close below it. Mm, It's tricky. Today's a tricky one. A lot of chop. Volatility index is low. So it's not volatility per se. It's just a lot of chop. And we get that every time we come down to this 19.5 zone. We get this every time, you know? Here, all of this, you know, go back even further. Every time we get choppy, choppy, choppy. So the safest way to play this is to be patient. Still holding above here. I'm going to get rid of this because it's not useful anymore. This one here is the primary. This is the 15-minute chart, bearish imbalance. You know, we still could move a little higher here. We still have some room. Mm, This a tricky one. I don't even know really if it's safe to trade anywhere in here, to be honest with you. You have no idea what kind of, I mean, we could get this nice bearish candle right now, come down to here and then bounce again. I don't know. I think my original plan was to use this as an inverse. I think that's still the safest play here. Let this ride out, you know? And if we come down here and break below this area of imbalance, take a short, right? If we break above this one, take a long. I think that's the safest route here, honestly. Yeah, because we could just end up doing this for the rest of the day. That would suck to be in a trade like this. It was terrible. We still look bearish overall. So if we break below this area of imbalance here, that was on the 1 hour or the 1 minute, I think that gives us a little bit more confirmation that we might continue to the downside. It'd still be risky because we can still just come down here and then, bounce back up. But I think this is it's a better play. And see, even here, like we nice bearish candle here, broke below previous day lows again, but this is, see, choppy chop. No bueno. This is just one of those places where you don't take a trade, you know, for me anyway. Too much risk to in either direction, you know. Your stop loss would have to be like, if you're going to take a long position, your stop loss should be below here, honestly. Uh, if you're going to go short, your stop loss should be above here, unless you have confirmation. So we retested. We're getting rejected here. definitely showing signs of, I mean, this is still, as far as the New York session goes, although we just broke through that, I think. But again, like, mm, yeah, too risky. I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Stay patient. Stay patient. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah. Patience is a virtue, right? That's what they say. That's what they say. Yeah. This might be a short day for me, people, honestly. I don't know how much longer I'm going to sit here. We're reaching the 11 o'clock hour here. We haven't made any moves really. We're just consolidating around this 19.5 zone. It's Friday. You know, I don't want to I don't want to take something that I'm not pretty positive about because what's the point? So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to hang out for another 15 minutes. We're going to see what price does here. If we can get a move in one direction or another that breaks out of one of these imbalances, um, then we will look for an entry. If it doesn't in the next 15 minutes, I'm going to turn it off, walk away, and start next week in the green. That is the plan. That's what we going to do because price is just chopping around. Chop, chop, chop. Ooh, look at this too, right? Look at that. I got this little area of imbalance right here. Ooh. Mm. Isn't that pretty now? I mean, you got one up here too, up at the top. So, but we're just, we're in this danger zone. That's the thing. This 19.5 danger zone. Danger, Will Robinson. Yeah. I got to see a move in one direction or the other. I need confirmation of a direction because right now we do not have one. So there's no um, safe way to get into a trade here because we're not moving anywhere. So that is ugh, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Yep. Da, 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 da. Even the rest of the market, right? The rest of the Nasdaq index is all gray. It's just all sitting, and quite honestly, it's maybe that's just where we're gonna be today, and that's fine. You know, we made some big moves this week. Maybe it needs a little chill time. Maybe it's taking a little breaky break on this Friday. You know, and that's fine. We'll come back next week and catch what we can catch. Right? We don't need to make any stupid emotional decisions here just because we want to be in a trade or we want to be, higher than we are in our account. Blah blah blah. It doesn't matter what we want. Doesn't matter. In all honesty, we might get that sell off at the end of the day, you know? But I'm not going to sit here all day staring at this, itching to get into a trade. So, got about another 13 minutes here. Let the market do what's going to do. If it doesn't give us anything, call it a day. And that's that. That is that. Go work on some other projects. What is the weather going to be like today? And you know what? I gotta put these back because I gotta do my little thing, my little recap. I need those for the recap. We had one here too, right? Yeah, this was pre-market. We're getting a little move here. We had this one here that we used up there. Okay. Yeah. Do, do, do. Weather. Very windy today. All day. $36-mile-an-hour gust. It's like we're getting a 10-degree difference in temperature because of the wind. It's gonna feel like it's 10 degrees colder than it actually is. No fun. No fun. Ugh. Good day for a nap. Well, my friends, the recap today is going to be short and to the point. Pretty easy. We got nothing. We got nothing. We had possible opportunities that did not play out. We got nothing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. My wind is just howling out there. Oh, man. I wouldn't be surprised if we get our late afternoon dump. I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm not gonna be here to see it. I'm not watching these charts all day, but I wouldn't be surprised if we get our late in the afternoon dump right before the weekend. We get a little extra downside, leave some room for next week. Just a guess. Just a guess. Not financial advice. Okay. Just a guess. All right. Gonna get our move right at 11 o'clock. Decent move back up. Holding above previous day lows so far, right? So far. This could look bullish. I mean, you could see that picture here, but you could also see just a, you know, let's see what the 1 hour. Yeah, I mean, the 1 hour looks pretty good too to the upside. But we got 4.5 minutes left, and a lot can happen in 4.5 minutes. I don't see any imbalance that we could be targeting other than this one here that we've touched a few times. Hmm, and that's nice. Hey, look at it go. I said a lot could happen in 4 minutes. Interesting. Technically, we already used this one up, so I can't use it again. We gulched an area of imbalance here. Obviously, I mean, we pushed right up to the top here and phew, got shot down. Interesting. All right. Now things are getting a little interesting. Now things are getting a little spicy. Sorry, I'm a little sleep deprived today. Don't mind my little banter. Okay. Peeking through there. Are we gonna close? We might. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, now the story's a little different, right? Yeah. Story's a little different now. Big decrease in volume on the upside here. I think we're coming back down. I think we're coming back down. Maybe not. Mhm. Mm. Very interesting here. Very interesting. Price is struggling to really move in either direction here again, and it doesn't want to close outside of that little area of imbalance there. Hmm. There's your close. And we come tumbling down. Man, like pretty much came down just as fast as we went up here, right? Hmm. I think the market gave us a little peek here of what we wanted to see just to stay in the game a little longer. And now we're just gonna, you know, continue moving around this area here. Although I still think, and it's a guess, I still think we have a late afternoon sell off. Just a guess. Look at that. Push right up to these resistance area right here. Boom. Rejection. Now we're testing previous day lows again. Well, the market sure did catch our attention, huh? Kept us locked in for a little bit longer. It's just so dangerous in this area here, right at this 19.5 zone. I mean, really, it's such a crapshoot right here. I want to take this short, but I can't do it. This is not the place to take. This is not the place to get into a trade. I can't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Can't. I just. We go in any direction here. So, all right. That's going to be it for me today. I'm all done. This is just consolidating, doing the same thing that we do every time we reach this 19.5 zone, where we just move, um, up and down right around this zone here. There is no clear direction here. We got nothing. We thought we were going to get an upside move here, but we didn't. I suppose this could have been a trade here, maybe, but we'll talk about it in the recap. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you to all my subscribers. If you haven't yet subscribed, I would ask a favor. Please subscribe to the channel. It's a free way to help me out so that I can continue to bring you guys this content every single day. And join my free Discord. Link is in the description down below. Thank you guys. Happy Friday. Stay safe. Be patient in this and stay green. And I'll see you all next week, Monday morning, same time. Have a great weekend.